is Walter Dalton, who's fighting to protect our jobs and children. That's why I'm supporting Walter for governor, and I certainly urge all of you to do. Some of you remember during the campaign for lieutenant governor, one of the things that I thought was really, really catchy, and I hope we use it again. Walter Dalton, Walter Dalton, So please join me in welcoming the next governor of the state of North Carolina, Walter Dalton.
So much. Mayor Bell, thank you for the kind introduction. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your friendship. Lucille and I are honored to be with you today, and I'm honored to have your support. Who wouldn't want the support of the leader of the North Carolina Metro Mayors Coalition and one of our state's brightest minds in economic development? This is the man who was one of 10 mayors selected to tour the Mideast a year or two ago and represent the United States. This is the man who, along with others, had the vision to transition this city that was king of tobacco into a hub of entrepreneurial activity. Here in Durham, you give credence to your motto, good things are happening in Durham. And as a result, you're an example for others to follow. We all know our economy is in transition. Tobacco, textiles, and furniture are not the giants of the North Carolina economy that they once were. Competition today is global, and North Carolina must be ready and able to compete in this 21st century economy. Durham is ready to do that. This building is evidence of that transition. When King Tobacco fell from the throne in the 1980s and the 1990s, this building and others fell into disrepair. Durham was at a crossroads. Unemployment and crime were rising, and many thought that Durham would meet the fate of Detroit and other American cities. Cities that longed for the old economy, but never prepared for the new. Bill Bell and others took the road of preparation, took the road of vision, and with partners like Jim Goodman and others, invested in the future. As a result, a baseball stadium materialized. New industries like Merck came. Old buildings had new facades, and genius entrepreneurs are buzzing within those walls. RTP expanded. DPAC was created and became a national leader. South Point Mall attracted shoppers, and Bull City Ford lived up to its name and became the city of medicine. And what is the foundation of this transition, and what is its sustaining growth? It is in education. You strengthened Durham Tech, you created an early college, and you committed to excellence in your public schools. Lucille and I want to commend you for what you have done, because we believe in education. We believe in building a better future. As you know, Lucille is a former school teacher and a former school board member of the Year in North Carolina in 1998. During our 40 years of marriage, we have both dedicated ourselves to public service, and I am lucky to have her, and I'm lucky to have her support and her love. We believe in a bubble-up approach to economic development. We believe that the strongest economy is one in which everyone has the opportunity and the tools to compete. By analogy, it is not competition when one team walks on the field barefooted and they do not know the rules, and the other team walks on with new equipment and the best coaching. But when you equip both teams to compete, both teams will get better. In today's world, those tools of success, those tools of economic development are rooted in education. Durham has taken vision and courage and educational opportunities, and as a result, old buildings like this now inspire new dreams and incubate new businesses. I believe in that approach. That is why I picked Durham, the city of medicine, as the place to announce that this morning I filed to run for the office of Governor of North Carolina. all of you for your attendance and support. Like Durham, our state must constantly revamp and adjust to keep pace with economic changes. To create jobs and compete in today's global economy, North Carolina must adapt and innovate, both in the workplace and in the classroom. For the last 3 years, you have honored me by allowing me to serve as your Lieutenant Governor. While Pat McCrory has traveled the state for 3 years campaigning, I have spent that time traveling the state, helping our people get through the tough times and laying a foundation for the 21st century economy, working on issues that are important to small business, and implementing innovative approaches to education. I have traveled from Manteo to Murphy. I have talked with and listened to families in our cities and in our rural towns. They have shared their fears with me, but they have also shared their dreams with me. Dreams of better jobs, better pay, and a better future for their children and their grandchildren. All they want is a path of opportunity. As governor, I want to work with you to create that path of opportunity. Just like Durham 15 years ago, North Carolina is at a crossroads. Will we move forward or will we move backward and let others pass us? The decisions we make in 2012 could either set us back or lay the groundwork for even a better future. That future depends on me and you working together with all of North Carolina to embrace a shared vision and a shared dedication to move our state forward. In the past, we have been a progressive state. Never forget that when this country was created and this state was formed, that the nascent act of our legislature was to create a public university system. There were great private universities then, Harvard, Princeton, Yale, but you had to be rich to go there. North Carolina is the one that stepped up and said, if you have the talent, if you have the ability, if you have the desire, you should have the opportunity. Fast forward to the Great Depression. One state did not close its public schools. It was North Carolina. Not only that, we laid off no teachers because we believe in education. Fast forward to the 1950s, and it was North Carolina that had the vision to marry education and economic development and create the Research Triangle Park. Today, 45,000 people work in the park, and many of those companies have facilities in rural areas of our state creating jobs. It remains a model for the nation. And in the 60s, we created what is now the best community college system in the nation to expand that opportunity for people, to be the best that they can be, and to be engines of economic recruitment. That history is not big government. That history is good government. Education is in the DNA of North Carolina because we have always believed in giving opportunity for all. It is a great history, but North Carolina will not be measured by its past. It will be measured by its future. And as we stand at the crossroads, we must acknowledge that it is hard to move forward if you're pointed in the wrong direction. Pat McCrory and the Republican leadership are taking us in the wrong direction. These legislators know it at a time when competition for new jobs is most fierce. Last year, the Republican leadership tried to freeze the economic development funding we use to grow jobs and create jobs and businesses in North Carolina. They did it at the very same time the Republican governor of Virginia was asking for more money for economic recruitment so he could, quote, compete with China, India, and North Carolina. The Republican leadership also has made unprecedented and undue cuts to education, eliminating thousands of teachers and teacher assistants and faculty at our colleges and universities. Their budget cuts have forced high tuition increases and provided less financial aid. And in fact, there are 6,000 students that had financial aid last year that no longer have that support this year, depriving them of that opportunity that they deserve. The Republican leadership said they were coming to Raleigh to cut fraud and waste. I'm all for cutting fraud and waste, but job prove that teachers and financial aid are not fraud and waste. Those are investments in our future. Pat McCrory and the Republican leadership are doing lasting damage to our state, and they are wrong. But together we can change the course. That's why I'm running for governor. I have dedicated my career to improving education at all levels and making North Carolina a great place to do business, as evidenced by site selection and boards. I have fought to help displaced workers with training programs so they can learn new skills. And I fought to provide foreclosure protection to help them keep their homes. I worked to create a fund to help small businesses keep their doors open in this tough economy. Working with folks like Andrea Harris here in Durham with the North Carolina Institute for Minority Economic Development. She is indeed one of the most knowledgeable people on small business and hard needs and self-help. I'm working to prepare our students for the 21st century economy by promoting STEM programs, science, technology, engineering, and math, not only for doctors and scientists, but for agribusiness and auto mechanics. Those disciplines are in everything that we do. And I'm working to create a North Carolina STEM learning network so we deliver those programs effectively and efficiently. I have led on education and innovation. As Mayor Bell said, I asked for the Jobs Commission to be created immediately after becoming Lieutenant Governor. It stands for joining our businesses and our schools. It is a way to align our educational efforts with the economic needs of the future. It's an extension of that Innovative Education Act that I authored when I was in the Senate in 2003 that laid the foundation for our nationally award-winning early colleges. Early colleges is a collaboration between public schools and an institution of higher learning, and oftentimes we join a business. You enter in the 9th grade and 5 years later, you have your high school degree, but 2 years of college, or a technical degree. Normally that takes 6 years. It accelerates the learning, ups the rigor, saves parents money, and prepares our students for the 21st century economy. Today, North Carolina has 1/3 of the early colleges in the nation. 7 of the top 10 high schools last year for graduation rate were early colleges. And the New York Times last summer said that North Carolina's early college model is a model for the nation. Harvard gave us a national award for innovation. In Durham, you have an early college, the City of Medicine Academy at Durham Regional Hospital. Again, a marriage between a business and education. The academy trains students to be ready for nursing and allied health jobs. It's an outstanding example of how education can be retooled to evolve with the job market. But we must continue to modernize and customize education and protect and enhance our community colleges and universities. We need to do that to grow and attract the jobs of the future. We are indeed at a crossroads. Are we going to embrace the definition of fraud and waste as offered by Pat McCrory and the Republican leadership and continue to unduly cut education and technology and financial aid and economic development? The right answer. Or are we going to choose progress and move North Carolina forward?
Yes. Yes.
I'm with you and you're with me. I choose progress. And with your help and with your vote, we will put teachers back to work. And we'll put more technology in the classroom. And we'll customize learning. And with your help and with your vote, we'll continue to invest in our community college system and our university system. And encourage more public-private partnerships to use our tax dollars wisely and more efficiently. With your help and with your vote, we'll create 21st century jobs and encourage innovation and entrepreneurship. And with your help and with your vote, we will build a better economy with better jobs and better pay and build a better future for all of North Carolina. With your help, we can do it. With your help, we will do it. I want to thank you for being here today. We are off and running for that better day. Thank you so much.